Continuing on with these lovely problems with fractions in them that we all love so much, let's continue to get rid of those fractions. In this problem, we have a 5 in our fractions. That will be our least common denominator. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5. We get 30. Keep our sign. The 5's cross-reduce. We get negative 30w, or negative 3w. Divide by a negative 3 on both sides. Since I just divided by a negative on both sides, I have to remember to flip the sign. Now, because my variable is on the right-hand side and I always want it on the left, I end up having to flip the sign a second time. I'm going to put negative 10 on my number line, negative 9 on the right, negative 11 on the left, open dot, and I'll shade to the right. The next problem, I'm not going to spend time eliminating the fractions because all this really is the negative 1 in front of here. So I'm going to divide by a negative 1 on both sides. I get t, I'm dividing by a negative on both sides, so I'm going to flip the sign, is greater than negative 1/2. I will go ahead and place 0 on my number line, negative 1 on my number line, and between it, negative 1/2. Open dot, negative 1/2 is not included, and I will shade to the right. On my next example, I have some decimals. So this time, I'll divide by 0.2 on both sides. 0.6 divided by 0.2 is 3. My variable is not where I want it to be. I want it to be on the left. Flip-flop those things around, which makes my sign flip-flop around. Put 3 on our number line. 4 to the right, 2 to the left, open dot on 3, and I will shade to the left. The next two problems are written in words. Go ahead and write this one. The quotient means division, so h divided by negative 6 is at least 5. Let's spend a little time talking about at least 5. It means my answer on the left has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, anything 5 or bigger. So I want the big mouth to eat the bigger side, and I want to put an equal to sign underneath it because it's okay for it to be 5. On this problem, I have a denominator of negative 6, so I'm going to multiply each term times negative 6. That means those would cross-reduce, and I'd be left with h. I am multiplying by a negative on both sides, so that goes along with the rule of dividing by negative on both sides, where we have to flip the sign around. So I get h is less than or equal to negative 30. I'll place negative 30 on the number line, negative 29 to the right, and negative 31 to the left. I'll use a close-in dot, negative 30 is included, and I will shade to the left. My last example today is one where students in a band are selling calendars, and they earn 40 cents for each calendar that they sell. Their goal is to earn more than $327. We're going to find the fewest number of calendars they can sell to reach this goal. So they make 40 cents for every calendar that they sell. We need this amount of money that they make to be more than $327. There's our inequality, so we're going to divide by 0.40 on both sides. C ends up giving us, C is greater than, we could go ahead and divide that out using our calculator. $327 divided by 0.40 gives us 817.5. Now we're not going to sell half of a calendar. So that means that the smallest number of calendars that we could sell has to be 818. If we only sell 817 would not be greater than 817.5. So they must sell 818 calendars.